We're continuing to move along in this year's clay season. This time we head to Madrid for this year's Madrid Open, the second ATP 1000 event on clay after we just saw Monte Carlo. Now guys, before we get into the entry list and the seeds, I do want to talk about the big name not entered into this year's tournament, and it's the big name that hasn't been entered into these tournaments in Jannik Sinner, your world number one. Of course, his suspension for that doping suspension still ongoing, but guys, this is the last big event that he'll miss. He will be back for Rome. All right, that is out of the way. Now, to these entry list and to these seeds, the big change here, guys, right at the top, in at number one, your top seed, Carlos Alcaraz, just winning at Monte Carlo. With that win, he surpassed Alexander Zverev. Zverev did have the top spot for a while, but Zverev could not capture any sort of momentum whatsoever. He actually drops to number 2. Taylor Fritz in at number 3. I know Fritz has been a little banged up. Hopefully Fritz will be able to give this one a go and compete at a high level. Novak Djokovic in at number 4. Djokovic did have success at Miami, but guys, really struggled badly at Monte Carlo, losing right out of the gate. Djokovic has to pick it up. Jack Draper in at number 5, your Indian Wells champion. Let's see if Draper can do anything on the clay courts. Alex de Minaur, guys, playing very, very well this year. Good showing at Monte Carlo. He's all the way up to number 6 in the rankings. Nice to see for a guy who's been playing so steady. Andrey Rublev is your number 7 seed. Remember, guys, Andrey Rublev did win this event last year. Your defending champion, the guy people will be chasing at this year's tournament. Let's see if Rublev can find success on these courts again. Daniil Medvedev is going to be in at number 8. Medvedev and the clay surfaces don't necessarily jive together, but nonetheless, Medvedev in at number 8. Casper Ruud will be your 9 seed. And guys, Ruud had a bad showing at Monte Carlo where he was the runner-up the year before. Ruud needs a big showing here on these clay courts to get some momentum in these rankings. And Lorenzo Musetti with that great showing at Monte Carlo where he finished runner-up gets the number 10 spot. So that is your top 10 seeds for this year's Madrid Open. Few other seeds that I want to talk about and note with all these players here, guys. Let's get into that right now. We're going to start with number 11 in Tommy Paul. Paul's a very steady player. His game translates to every single surface. Let's see if Tommy Paul can make a run and maybe get himself into the top 10 with some of the names that are out there that might be a little weaker on the clay courts. Holger Rune in at number 12. Rune did have a good showing at Indian Wells. This could be a big tournament here for him. He did have a bad showing at Monte Carlo, but we've seen him have success on clay courts before. Let's see if Rune can do it again and climb these rankings. Stefanos Tsitsipas has dropped all the way to number 15, but guys, I still think overall he's playing a little bit better this year. The clay courts are courts that fit his game a little bit better. And I know he didn't win Monte Carlo this year, but he's won that tournament a lot in the past. I thought he did play pretty well overall in that tournament this year. Let's see if Tsitsipas can make a run here at Madrid. Number 22, Jakub Mensik, who did just win in Miami. Guys, he did pull out of Monte Carlo, though. So we haven't seen him since winning that tournament at Miami. Let's see if he can stay hot and have momentum here at Madrid. And finally, guys, I want to talk about Matteo Berrettini in at number 32. Little surprised at Matteo Berrettini's ranking here, guys. I thought it would have been a little bit higher for this tournament. But nonetheless, Berrettini's been playing very well as of late. That is a guy that you don't want to see early on in this year's tournament, even though he's not necessarily the best on clay, but still, the way he's been playing could be a big opportunity for him to rise in these rankings for Berrettini. So that is your entry list for this year's Madrid Open, kind of highlighting the bigger names in play here. But guys, if you want to see the full list of names, so you can see names like Francis Tiafoe, Ben Shelton, the list goes on, all those bigger names, here's what I'll do. In the description of this video, there is a link. If you click on that link, you will get the full entire entry list and seeds for the 2025 Madrid Open. So go ahead and check this out. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, do me a favor. Make sure you like today's video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll have continued coverage of the 2025 tennis season and this year's Madrid Open right here.